The chamber is buzzing, voices clashing in the air. The tension is already high when Jasmine Crockett steps into the center, a thick folder clutched tightly in her hand. Her eyes cut across the room, sharp and unyielding. Her voice slices through the chaos. "This is money straight from Moscow." Instant silence. The weight of the words freezes the room. A senator in the front row bursts out, "What is she saying?" Another shouts across the aisle, "That's impossible!" Crockett raises her hand, commanding quiet with nothing more than a gesture. Every camera zooms in, capturing her face, the steel in her expression. The speaker's gavel pounds for order, but Crockett doesn't flinch. "These documents show bank transfers from Kremlin-linked institutions routed through shell companies ending with Donald J. Trump. Every cent is here in black and white. The chamber erupts. Shouts of treason and lies collide in a storm. Some lawmakers slam their fists against desks, others demand silence. The sound is chaos, but all eyes stay locked on her folder. Crockett leans forward, her voice firm and deliberate. "You can shout all you want. The truth is in my hands, and in less than 1 minute the nation will see it too." The cameras flash. Reporters scribble furiously. The first ripple of the political earthquake has just been unleashed. The chamber is still roaring when Crockett slams the folder onto the desk with a sharp crack. Papers spill out, stamped with official seals, heavy with signatures. She pulls out the first page and raises it high so every camera can catch it. Bank transfer, March 27, 2016. Amount, $5 million. Origin, Moscow Industrial Bank. Destination, a shell company in Cyprus. Final recipient, Donald J. Trump. Gasps ripple through the room. A congressman shouts across the aisle, "Fabrication!" Where did she get that? Crockett doesn't blink. She flips to another document. August 15th, 2016. $10 million, same channel, same result, right here in black ink with signatures from Russian executives. The speaker hammers the gavel again, but the sound is drowned by the uproar. Dozens of phones are raised, lawmakers recording the moment themselves. Trump, seated in the front, bolts upright. His face flushes red. "This is fake. Absolute fake. You're a liar!" Crockett turns to him slowly, her voice steady, amplified by every microphone in the chamber. "You can scream all you want, but the paper doesn't lie. This is not my handwriting. These are your deals, your signatures, your betrayal." She gestures, and on the big screen behind her, the scanned documents appear. Transfer slips with Cyrillic stamps, signatures scrawled in bold ink. The hall falls into stunned silence for half a breath, then erupts again, louder than before. A young congresswoman whispers to her neighbor, but the mic picks it up. If this is real, he's finished. Reporters rush out of the chamber, phones pressed to their ears, barking into microphones for live updates. One journalist mutters breathlessly, "This is the story of the decade." Crockett raises one final sheet and slaps it down. And here is the memo. Internal Kremlin notes detailing the transfers, names, dates, direct references to the Trump Organization. It is all here, every cent accounted for, every trail leading to Moscow. The crowd explodes. Some lawmakers leap to their feet, pointing at Trump, shouting "Resign." Others slam fists, yelling fraud and witch hunt. The clash is deafening, a storm of fury and disbelief. Crockett stands still, unshaken, her hand pressed firmly on the stack of papers. Her voice cuts through the chaos. This is no longer politics. This is survival. For our democracy. For our sovereignty. For our people. The chamber rattles with the force of her words. The evidence is no longer just paper. It is a live weapon, detonating in the heart of the Capitol. The chamber shakes with noise, but Trump forces his way to the microphone, veins swelling on his neck, voice booming above the chaos. "Lies! All of it. Forged papers, Russian propaganda. They've been trying to destroy me for years, and now this pathetic stunt. Some of his allies pound their desks in rhythm, chanting shame, 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 trying to drown out the moment." The speaker slams the gavel, shouting for order, but the air is thick with rage. Crockett doesn't flinch. She leans into her microphone, her tone sharp as steel. "You deny what everyone can see. Signatures, bank stamps, direct lines to your own accounts." Trump jabs a finger toward her. "You're a fraud, a disgrace. You should be expelled for even bringing this garbage into my chamber." Crockett pulls another page from the folder, unfolding it with deliberate calm. The projector flickers, displaying the document on the screen. It is a personal memo, scrawled in English and Russian side by side. At the bottom, Trump's unmistakable signature sprawls across the page. The chamber erupts again, but this time, laughter mixes with outrage. A congressman yells over the noise, "That's his handwriting! Everyone knows it!" Trump slams his palm against the lectern. "It's fake! I never signed that! Never! This is all a setup! Deep state corruption!" A journalist in the press box shouts, "Then explain the account numbers, Mr. Trump. They match your corporation's filings with the IRS." Trump's face reddens deeper. He stammers, for once struggling to find the rhythm of his fury. "It's coincidence. Numbers don't mean anything. Anyone could make this up." Crockett steps closer, her voice slicing through. "Coincidence does not funnel tens of millions into your pockets. Coincidence does not carry Kremlin seals. Coincidence does not end with your name at the bottom." The room quakes with uproar. Half of the chamber standing and jeering, the other half throwing desperate defenses. Trump's allies wave their arms, demanding the evidence be struck from record, calling it illegal leaks. But Crockett delivers the dagger. "Every document here has been verified by independent auditors. If you want to call it fake, then you are calling the signatures of Russian bankers fake. You are calling your own handwriting fake. You are calling the truth fake." Trump opens his mouth to shout again, but the screen behind him now shows an enlarged transfer slip. His name is etched beside the words Donald John Trump, printed in black and white under a Cyrillic header. The chamber explodes into chaos once more. Crockett raises her voice over the storm. "You can scream fake until you're hoarse. But the nation is watching, and they see you, not me, trapped by your own paper trail." Gasps, shouts, and furious roars fill the room. Trump slams his fist one last time on the lectern, then storms away from the microphone. Cameras capture every second. The clip is destined to go viral before the hour is over. The chamber is still in uproar when the first video clip leaks out of the press gallery. A journalist streams live from his phone, captioning it in all caps, "Crockett drops Kremlin transfers in Congress." Within minutes, the footage spreads like wildfire. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, every platform ignites. Hashtags shoot to the top. Watch Kremlin money, not chart Trump treason, not chart Crockett truth. In living rooms across the country, televisions blare breaking news. Local anchors stumble through their scripts as fresh footage pours in. One station cuts directly to the chamber feed, no commercial breaks, broadcasting Crockett's words unedited. A commentator on cable news leans forward, his voice grave. "We are witnessing an unprecedented political earthquake. If these documents hold, it's not just scandal, it's treason." Clips flood TikTok. Crockett slamming the folder, Trump shouting fake the moment his signature appears on the projector. Edits roll with dramatic music, captions flashing, "Caught. Money trail exposed." At a diner in Ohio, truck drivers sit around a small TV. One mutters, shaking his head, "If this is real, he's sold us out." In a nursing home in Pennsylvania, a group of retirees watch in silence until one elderly man whispers, "This isn't politics anymore, this is betrayal." On college campuses, students huddle around phones, cheering Crockett's words. Memes sprout instantly. Trump's face beside ruble symbols, Crockett holding the folder like a weapon. Back in Washington, reporters race through the corridors of Congress. Microphones swarm Crockett as she leaves the chamber, but she doesn't stop. She lifts the folder high for the cameras and simply says, "The truth is out. The people will decide." News alerts flood every device in the nation. Phones buzz with push notifications. Kremlin transfers linked to Trump revealed. A late-night host filming live interrupts his own monologue. "Ladies and gentlemen, I can't even joke right now. Congress just erupted. Jasmine Crockett may have changed American history tonight. By midnight, polls begin to shift. Focus groups register shock, disbelief, fury. Some Trump supporters deny everything, calling it a smear. Others hesitate, their faith shaken. The media storm is unstoppable, and Trump's empire feels its first cracks in real time. The storm in the chamber spills into the corridors of the Capitol. Reporters chase every figure leaving the floor, shoving microphones forward, shouting questions over each other. But in the shadows, another drama begins. Crockett retreats to her office with a small circle of allies. The heavy wooden door slams behind her. Inside, the atmosphere is tense, electric. She sets the folder on the desk like a loaded weapon. Her aide leans in, whispering nervously, "You've detonated a bomb. Phones are lighting up. The White House, the Pentagon, even foreign embassies are demanding explanations." Crockett pours a glass of water but doesn't drink. Her voice is steady. "Good. Let them demand. We have the receipts." Now the whole country knows. Suddenly her phone vibrates violently on the desk. The number is blocked. Against her aide's warning, she answers. A low, distorted voice speaks, "Drop it now. You've made your point. If you keep going, you won't live to see the next session." Crockett's face doesn't change. She listens, then cuts the call with a single tap. Her aide stares, pale. "Who was that?" "Cowards," she replies. "If they threaten, it means they're afraid." Moments later, another call comes through, this time from a known ally, a veteran senator. His voice is raspy, urgent. "Jasmine, you've shaken the foundations. I've been here 30 years, and I've never seen the chamber react like that, but watch your back. They will come for you harder now, politically and personally." Crockett grips the folder tighter. "Then we fight harder. This is bigger than me, bigger than party lines. This is about whether we let foreign cash buy our democracy." Meanwhile, across town, Trump huddles with his inner circle in a dimly lit hotel suite. His face is red with fury, his hand slamming the table. "They think they can humiliate me? I built this nation's success. I made them rich. And now they dare call me a traitor?" One advisor leans forward, voice hushed. "We have options. Attack her credibility, leak something personal, frame her as corrupt. We can bury her before this gains momentum." Trump growls. "Do it. Smear her name in every paper, every show. Make her the villain. If she wants a war, we give her one." Back in her office, Crockett meets with a group of veterans and retired workers who have come to show support. Their presence fills the room with gravity. One veteran, missing a leg, looks her in the eye. "Don't back down, Congresswoman. We fought for this country. If he sold it for rubles, then you fight for us now." A retired steelworker adds, voice trembling with anger. "My pension was gutted while these crooks got rich. If Trump lined his pockets with Kremlin money, then he betrayed every working man and woman in America." Crockett nods, her resolve hardening. "I won't back down, not when you're all standing here reminding me who I serve. This isn't about headlines, it's about survival. Yours, mine, our children's." Her words draw a heavy silence, then a swell of determination. The group stands with her, ready to face the storm. Outside, the press grows restless. Rumors swirl of leaked counter-dossiers, of dark money flooding into PR campaigns to destroy her. Anonymous posts appear online, trying to paint Crockett as reckless, dangerous, unhinged. But the clip of her unveiling the documents has already gone viral worldwide. Tens of millions have watched it. The truth cannot be stuffed back into silence. The behind-the-scenes war has begun. Threats in the shadows, counterattacks in the media, pressure from both allies and enemies. Yet Jasmine Crockett stands in the center of it all, the folder of evidence never leaving her side. Morning light pierces through the tall windows of the Capitol. The chamber is packed again, this time with an almost unbearable tension. Every seat is filled, every camera trained forward. The nation is watching, not just on television, but on every phone, every feed, every street corner screen. Jasmine Crockett steps forward, the folder still in her hand. Her voice is calm, but it carries the weight of a verdict. "We've shown the transfers. We've shown the signatures. But today we bring the undeniable." She places a final document on the lectern and lifts it for the cameras. The pages shake slightly under the lights, not from her hand, but from the enormity of the moment. This is an internal Kremlin memorandum, labeled Confidential Strategic Influence, United States. It details the payments, the purpose, and the recipient, Donald John Trump. Gasps roll across the chamber like a wave. Lawmakers rise to their feet, shouting over one another. Some cry out treason, others scream lies. Trump lunges for the microphone again, face crimson. "That's not mine. This is a political witch hunt. They're all in on it. The Democrats, the deep state, foreign agents. It's a coup against me." But Crockett doesn't falter. She gestures to the massive screen behind her where the memo appears in full. Dates, amounts, directives, all laid bare in Russian and English, cross-referenced by independent translators. The speaker's gavel bangs desperately, but the room is boiling over. Crockett raises her voice, piercing the storm. This is not rumor. This is not speculation. These are the words of Kremlin officials themselves, outlining how American sovereignty was put on sale. And the man who sold it is standing right here before us. Trump's allies leap to their feet, waving their arms, demanding the record be struck, shouting illegal evidence. But the sound of the crowd outside filters in, thousands gathered on the Capitol steps chanting, their voices echoing through the marble walls. Traitor! 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 In the press gallery, journalists narrate breathlessly into cameras. We are witnessing history. The chamber is in chaos. Jasmine Crockett has just produced what could be the smoking gun tying Donald Trump directly to Kremlin financing. Trump's hands tremble as he grips the lectern. For the first time, the words catch in his throat. His voice breaks. This is a setup. This is... He trails off, slamming the papers shut and shoving them away, but the cameras have already captured his faltering. That image spreads instantly, Trump collapsing under the weight of the evidence. Crockett delivers her closing strike. This is no longer about party. It is no longer about elections. It is about betrayal at the highest level. And today this Congress must decide. Do we stand for the people, or do we kneel to a foreign master? The chamber roars, half rising in applause, half screaming in denial. The speaker finally announces emergency hearings on charges of treason and abuse of office. Outside, the crowd swells into tens of thousands. Chants fill the air, news helicopters circling overhead. Protesters carry signs, "Not for sale," "Kremlin cash," "Core treason." Crockett speaks for us. Inside his private quarters, Trump slumps into a chair, sweat streaking down his forehead. His advisors whisper frantic strategies, but his eyes are distant, hollow. For the first time, defeat clings to him like a shadow he cannot shake. Meanwhile, Crockett exits the Capitol to a wall of microphones and roaring crowds. She raises the folder one last time, her voice echoing into history. This was never about me. It was about you, the people, your money, your democracy, your future. And today we showed the world that truth cannot be bought. The crowd erupts into thunder. The final blow is landed. The consequences will ripple across the nation. Hearings, investigations, possible indictments. But in this moment, one truth is undeniable. Donald Trump has been obliterated in the court of public opinion, and Jasmine Crockett has etched her name into history.